Wait, what's going on there?
I work hard for them. Are you recording already?
Well, what do you need that money for?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger money?
Yep.
No.
Buying nothing. Okay. Anyway, hey guys. Welcome back to the Bottom of the Cup Show. I'm Friendie the Bigfoot, and this is my best friend, Noodlez.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, what coffee are we brewing and reviewing today?
I love that line. Well, buddy, we are brewing and reviewing a brand that we have actually never tried before. It is the Target brand, Good & Gather. Birdie and Stinkums were out and about shopping when they came across Good & Gather's lavender and vanilla light roast coffee. Excited by the idea of lavender-flavored coffee, they decided to grab a bag. Before we dive into what everyone thought of the coffee, let's have my best friend over here give us some backstory on the brand Good & Gather. Take it away, Noodles.
Hey, thanks, Friendie.
Welcome.
All right, best friend.
Okay.
I don't trust that Stinkums. Are you sure he paid for that?
He did. Oh, Stinkums.
He's got that sticky finger.
We love that guy. He's a little worm dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, according to my research, Target's Good & Gather brand was created in 2019.
Okay.
The brand was meant to compete with other grocery store brands such as Walmart's Good Value brand.
Oh, okay.
We've all seen that before, I'm sure.
Yep.
Good & Gather's products are made without artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, artificial coloring, and without high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, okay.
Why that would be in coffee is beyond me, but okay.
Right. So they're organic. Oh.
So, I don't know. I'm not throwing that claim out there.
No, they are. No, I just remembered that they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, well, this brand, of course, replaced the old Target brand, Simply Balanced and Archer Farms,
Oh, I remember that.
which were created in 1995.
Flashback.
Oh, flashback. I remember Target from back in the day, man. It was a great place to buy newly released CDs at an awesome price.
That's for sure, man. And wow, great research, best friend. I remember the old Target brands from back then, like I said, and Target's awesome CD selection. I miss those days. You would walk in and they had every freaking CD you'd want that just came out, and they were usually like $9.99 or $10.99. Man, those were the days.
Those were good prices.
Those are really good prices. And I also remember the card machine that they used to have. You could design and print cards for any occasion. Oh, flashbacks. That was cool.
Flashbacks are accepted today, Friendie.
Okay, yay!
As is all major credit cards. Let me see yours.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't really remember that card machine you're talking about, but that sounds pretty cool.
It was the coolest. I miss things like that. Okay, anyway. All right, let's get down to business now. Tell me, best friend, what do you think of Good & Gather's lavender vanilla coffee?
All right, my favorite thing about this coffee is its smoothness and its drinkability.
Drinkability? Oh, it's like he's drinking a glass of wine.
Oh, leave me be.
Swish, swish.
You got to sniff it and, run it through your palate.
There you go. Oh, Noodles. He's much more refined.
And then spit it out.
I like to drink it.
I do wish that it tasted a little bit more like lavender, but it's still a decent coffee. Here's the thing. Once it cooled off, it became a little bitter, which I did not enjoy.
Okay.
What do you say, best friend? What do you think of this coffee?
I actually definitely agree with you, okay? We all wanted more of a lavender and even vanilla flavor, but this coffee turned out to have a bit of a honey flavoring, I guess, if you will, which isn't bad. It just wasn't what was advertised. And like you said, it is not, terrible coffee itself. Being a light roast, it still has a nice smooth flavor, and the level of caffeine is perfect. Even I was shaking after having a cup of this coffee. But I did not experience the bitterness, though. I probably had a little bit more creamer in my cup than you did, which can help combat bitterness once the coffee cools down.
Oh, he's shaking, man.
I am. I'm trying to be cool, man. I'm so jacked up on this coffee.
You've had a little bit of coffee in a short amount of time.
I really did. Yeah.
Yeah, in truth, and you know me, I've always said this on the show 1,000 times at this point.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not the biggest fan of flavored coffee. I'll enjoy it. I'll have a cup and be like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And usually Friendie and Birdie and the rest of the crew will drink the rest of it.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, and here's a little observation before I get too deep into this. I noticed that flavored coffees, in my experience, when they get a little colder, they get a little bitter.
They do. It's like that flavor in just kind of, I don't know what it is. It kind of like breaks down on a microscopic level. I don't know.
Most flavored coffee does not make good iced coffee, except for, and I don't know why this is, but the Highlander grogs, the various ones, those actually do. They hold their flavor.
That's true.
But anyways, I was really stoked to try this. I remember when you guys brought it home, and I was like, oh, lavender flavor. I like lavender tea, and I'm a big fan of lavender chamomile tea.
Oh yeah, me too. Actually, me too. Which has an abundance of lavender flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this coffee, not so much. Didn't really hit the mark.
Well, yeah.
When it comes to the lavender and the vanilla flavor, and vanilla flavor usually stands out. Am I right?
How can you get that wrong? And you know what I've noticed, even with Coffee Mate creamers recently, the vanilla just doesn't taste like vanilla anymore. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was a good drink as long as it stayed warm.
Yeah.
What do you think, best friend? Isn't that right?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do agree. And it's not too bad as a coffee. Like I said, though it could have been better. Better? Oh, it could have been better. I wanted and was expecting a mug full of springtime, okay?
No springtime for Friendie.
No, I guess not. I was so excited about that lavender flavor and even vanilla, which I didn't really need. If you have lavender, you don't really need vanilla in that sense, unless you're making a lavender London fog drink, which is, of course, Earl Grey tea with lavender and lots of milk, and then it's delicious. It's one of my favorite drinks. You throw some lavender in there and it's amazing.
That ain't my cup of tea, bro.
Oh, but it's so good. But in this sense, I didn't even need the vanilla, but you couldn't quite taste it. It was weird. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
Disappointing.
Yeah, the coffee still made me shake. And that's always a good measure when it comes to coffee.
If Noodlez ain't shaking, y'all, he ain't enjoying the coffee. Okay, but before I forget, did you happen to give this brew a try as an iced coffee?
Surprisingly, I did not.
Okay.
I figured I wouldn't like it very much because of the lack of flavor.
Makes sense.
And it got that really weird kind of bitter flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste the coffee, and I also didn't want to be stuck with it during my 10-hour shift. So
yeah, good point.
That'd be rough because it's like, well, I guess I'll have water.
Water doesn't make me shake.
Nope, and that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So after having another cup of it, I would say that I would like to. I might try it as an iced coffee, just as an experiment, just to see.
That's fair enough. I would try it too. I didn't try it either as an iced coffee. We were just really disappointed, but it wasn't bad, like I said, as a hot coffee. But it left more to be desired, as one could say. Yeah, but it's not terrible. On that note, let's go ahead and give our thumbs up or thumbs down rating. Start us off, best friend.
All right, I'm giving Good and Gather. Why does it do that every time? I think you did that too.
I did.
Good and Gather's lavender vanilla light roast coffee a half thumb.
Oh.
You know what I would call the Commodus thumbs up. If you will, baby.
Yep, yeah, I remember
not
that.
An up or down, just a meh. Like Larry David. Meh.
Okay. You know what? Unfortunately, I mean, it's not the worst, but I'm giving it the same rating. This coffee wasn't terrible, and it is pretty smooth. I'll give it that, okay? And like I said, it packed a punch caffeine-wise for a light roast, but the lack of lavender and vanilla flavoring, like I said earlier, left more to be desired.
Yep, that ain't me.
Yeah,
That ain't my cup of tea.
Okay. And on that note, best friend, let's wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bottom of the Cup Show.
Yeah, stay tuned for our next episode. And don't forget to keep your mugs full.
And your hearts fuller. Yeah. See y'all later. Thanks for stopping by. Keep sipping and smiling, y'all. Happy springtime.
Keep sipping and smiling.
Oh.
We're out of here. Bye.
Bye. See you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.
Before we sign off, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed our review, and subscribe to our channel for more fun-filled content. Remember, every like, share, and subscribe helps us bring you more content you love.